All right. We are live with session 13 of Hunter the Reckoning, first edition. Last time, what happened? Nobody remember? I guess not.
What's wrong?
Have you been hearing me?
I heard
just a
first
second ago.
edition, and then I heard apparently not.
You asked if we were ready, and then you went quiet.
Yeah, weird. Okay, who would like to remind us what happened last time?
I don't remember the details of the non-ghost episode because we were checking out. I mean, there's a reason we were in the park. We were watching for somebody else, weren't we?
You started out at the beginning when you had regrouped after finding the missing hiker, but everybody had found the truck in a panic. So you called in the coordinates and they got a helicopter out there to get to the missing hiker. Because when Cody had seen him last, he was too injured to move non-professionally. So once they had recovered him, you guys headed back to town. Let's see here.
Were people going missing? I don't remember exactly. Because this is after what I'm thinking about is after the whole hiker thing. I know they were looking into other things. I just don't remember what. Because I remember everything up to the ghost, and I'm sorry, down back to the ghost, because I remember seeing the ghost on, but I don't remember before that. I know we were in the park looking at. Oh, that's right, we were investigating blood on the grass.
Yeah, that's right. I am a week beforehand. You did all that afterwards. Halloween had happened. The night of Halloween, there was another murder. You guys had talked to Sean, who apparently did not seem to have any involvement of it. Cody and Sarah investigated the crime scene, found a chalk mark, had gotten a text message, and then you started Monday the 4th with a news report of a family being attacked by wolves in the park. The full moon was approaching.
Oh, yeah, the wolves.
So you went to the park, spent quite a bit of time there with more people joining you later. A ghost took over a child. You followed that home in time to save the parents from a brutal murder.
Yeah, I remember all about the ghost.
Yay for being heroes.
Yeah. And we were looking into the possibility of werewolves.
Yes. Tonight, actually, hold on. Let's see, we ended on the night of Monday, November 4th. So after you went to the house, the police had shown up, took the kid, medics took the parents. Everybody decided to go home and clean up, shower up, drink up, whatever. Daniel, however, went to the campus to look for the author of the werewolf story from earlier that day, who didn't go to school that particular day. And while he was on campus, heard a scuffle around a corner and got around the corner just in time to see two guys running away from the campus, one chasing the other, and on the ground near the wall was a pair of sunglasses, dark on the outer side and mirrored on the inside. And that was where we ended. So Daniel, you see two guys running away from the area. One is chasing the other. You had heard some type of expletive. I guess one of them was accusing the other of doing something, but it was unclear what exactly that was. And they were moving quite a bit faster than you could.
Yeah, as far as I remember, I let them go.
Yep, but what are you doing with this situation? Are you leaving the glasses there, or are you just going back? Because as far as you knew...
I mean, I would pocket the glasses and keep moving on, because I was supposed to be meeting with somebody.
Well, you weren't supposed to be meeting with anybody. You went to the newspaper office, and Priscilla still had not shown up at all.
Right. But I was leaving. Oh, that's right. I was just going home.
All right.
But I would have taken the glasses with me, but it was just pick up, pocket, go home, because it was like, I ain't catching Speedy Gonzalez and the Roadrunner over there, so it's like, screw it. It's been a long day and night. It's time to get some sleep.
Now, what
I
about...
also had recently been hit by a mountain, so I'm going home.
Yeah, that was a week ago. You should be better now. What about Cody, knowing that tonight was the full moon?
I think, if I recall correctly, I was going to go back to the park and check out and just keep an eye on the park. And offered anyone who wanted to come with me, but I don't think anyone did. Unless Sarah did, but Sarah's not here.
So we will say no. Carl was going to drink. What about Dr. Phillip?
You want to come to the park?
Yeah, actually.
Keep an eye out for wolves.
Yeah. Zeke would also would have joined in with watching out for wolves in the park.
Yep. This time I brought my shotgun and my gun, my regular pistol, so I'm fully loaded. Yep. Go wolf hunting. Pray they're not actual werewolves, because I'm sure my bullets aren't going to be nearly as effective, but regular wolves I can handle.
Okay. So the city park is more or less in the city, in the center of town. That is where the news report said the family was attacked, and that's where the police had been investigating before you guys showed up. You did find some tracks, but they didn't really go very far before it hit concrete, and you couldn't really follow anything after that. So are you just hanging out at the park watching?
I will try to find. I'm assuming there's like a parking lot or something that I can just kind of like park in for the moment, and that way kind of get a decent view of the park. I don't know if there's one that's available like that or not.
Probably. Let's see here. Right, so you got a parking lot on the northwest side, and then another smaller one on.
Okay, yeah. That's where they came in last time. There's a building there. It's kind of gonna block a little bit.
This is funny. The parking lots on the south side don't seem to have any street access, unless they're counting. I guess this. Oh, hold on. I don't want it snapping.
There.
This way is a street too. Yeah.
Yeah, that it's like one of those small internal streets. Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, you have one bigger parking lot and then two smaller ones down on this side. Ignore the buildings because there is no police department here.
Okay. All right, gotcha. But the sports things are the stuff are here, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, park-related stuff is there.
Yeah, got it. All right. Where do you think we should park to? This is where they were before. This is where they were attacked before. I don't know if they're going to come in from that way. Yeah. This is is the dark blue where they came in from, or where they exit from? I can't remember. You made them two different color coded, but one was entrance and one was exit. I think this was the entrance.
Yeah, this is where it came in at.
Okay.
That was
It's a very
where
strange place.
it seemed to happen at, and then it left to the northwest.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm
You
assuming
want to
that
be
that right.
you want to be here, like
That's what I'm
there-ish?
thinking. Yeah, we
Yeah,
kind
that
of
makes
park
the most
over here.
sense.
We have a pretty good view of everything. We'll keep the windows down so we can hear if anyone screams or anything crazy, that kind of thing. Just trying to pay
Right.
attention to the sounds and stuff of everything going on. Um, I don't know if I want to do a walkthrough early. I might just to kind of get an idea of how many people are around. Like kind of like right when the sun goes down a little bit, because they didn't get attacked until what time was it when they attacked again?
It
Midnight or
was,
something?
yeah, it was late at night. I don't know if they actually said exactly what time, but it was overnight or very early morning.
Okay, yeah. So I think maybe like every 2 or 3 hours we can do like a walkthrough of the place just to kind of get an idea of how many people are there. But if we don't hear anything, obviously I don't want to just carry around a shotgun in the park. That's not really conducive. So he does have a trench coat. He can hide it, but I don't know how good he is at hiding it. What do you have to roll to hide a shotgun under your trench coat?
If anybody wants to look, it would matter at that point. But generally,
Fair
would
enough.
probably
Yeah. Basically,
be
he would
like,
probably have a shoulder strap, and then he'd probably just look strange with it kind of like halfway in his chest. But yeah.
yeah, probably a wits plus stealth. Because you're
Okay.
not trying to
We'll do
hide
this.
yourself,
Okay.
you're trying to hide something.
Correct. Yes.
So roughly where are you parked?
In this area right here.
Okay.
So like right when the sun go down, we'll kind of do a walkthrough, get an idea of how many people are there, and maybe every 2 hours or so we would do another kind of walkthrough and then go back to the car. And of course, listening in. We're not going to play music or anything like that. We'll keep our ears open.
I had... I had a truck at some point, but we'll just say... So there's people in the park in the evening. Let's see, you guys ended at like 9:45, 10 o'clock. So by the time you cleaned up and got back out there, it would be close to midnight. For the most part, people are finishing up what they're doing. There would be probably some lights on at the football field. We'll say that for the moment they have converted it and they're using it for soccer. So there are people playing, and then at about midnight, people start to pack up and leave. There's still a few stragglers. You do see a few benches occupied by some homeless people. But there doesn't seem to be any trouble for a bit. I need a... Let's see, stamina and... Stamina plus alertness.
Okay. Just a sec.
From both of you.
Just a normal normal difficulty
Yeah,
6.
normal difficulty.
Wow. Wow. Okay. The day has not been good for me.
No, it just means you're getting tired, you're starting to space out. You know, you'll be kind of sitting in the car for a bit, looking out, and the next thing you know, 10 minutes have passed.
Oh, one of those. Got it.
Ezekiel, you are more aware, and you notice that Cody seems to be dozing off, or occasionally, you know, hey, are you sleeping? No, I'm just resting my eyes, or I'm just blinking for, 10 minutes at a
Right.
time. So it's Dr. Phillips that notices when there's some headlights that pull into the park on the opposite side over here. And a black Escalade pulls up through the lane there and then pulls into this first driveway and parks about here. And getting out of the car is, I believe, a woman that you've seen before. A very attractive woman wearing business, not quite formal, but not quite as casual as a business gown would be. But she is well dressed, and she is followed by a very tall, very large, muscular bodyguard wearing a black suit, dark sunglasses.
Cody, hey, pay attention, man.
And you don't quite see them getting out of the car just because of the terrain in between there, but you saw the car when it pulled in here, and then a few moments later you see them walking through the park from this direction.
Got it. I'm pointing him out.
I guess just keep
You
an
know
eye
her,
on them
right?
at this point. I mean, oh wait, do I? Do I know out of my brain?
I know Sarah has seen her. I think somebody else was at the bar when she was there, and I don't exactly remember who it was. But I know you guys have discussed her and her bodyguard,
This is
I'm
the
pretty
vampire
sure.
lady, is it?
Yes.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
wait, did I see her at dinner when she was at dinner with what's his name?
Yes.
Okay, so I would recognize her then.
Yep.
Because
I do believe that you got in trouble, yes.
Girlfriend. I say wife, I'm losing my mind.
She
All
seems to be dressed in a manner that does not suit walking in the park. Her shoes do not suit walking in the grass. Yet she seems to have no trouble doing so. And it's a very casual
Yeah, I know
walk
her.
as they
She's-
cross the field, and they seem to be going in that, towards where the incident happened.
Yeah, this is not a person we mess with. Let's just keep an eye out and see what they do.
Agreed.
Yeah. Definitely do not want to mess with a powerful vampire right now. Curious. So, yeah. We're just
You broke up.
gonna watch.
Or I lagged, one or the other. They get to this rough area where the event allegedly happened, and he is standing guard as she very delicately kind of semi-kneels down or squats down and begins patting the grass.
Interesting.
And she is doing an investigation. She's looking around at the floor. She picks something up, kind of motions, rubs it with her hand type of thing, brings it a little close, looks at it. And for about 10 minutes or so, that is what she is doing.
I wonder if she's investigating as well.
At around that
long
time,
to look.
So at around 10 minutes or so, you notice that the hired muscle seems to turn in your direction and point. Maybe at your car, maybe not, maybe at a car next to you. And she does a casual, hand waving, it's nothing or ignore it type of motion.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with being ignored.
Yeah, agreed.
Then she gets up and starts to walk roughly in the direction that your tracks went. Following that line
She's
there.
tracking him too.
Yep.
Probably better at tracking him than we are. But she might just take care of it herself, and not we don't have to deal with it. maybe that's a good thing.
And then at some point you lose sight of her because the corner of this building here gets in your way.
It's a dog park. It's not really a building.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah, it says dog park.
they need to mark it better. All right, so yeah, through the trees, you occasionally lose sight of her through the trees, but you catch her, and she stops right around here, past the walk path, and she seems to stare
Into the more,
out.
yeah,
Yeah, she just seems to kind of stare out into the north for a few minutes.
into the little foresty area that's right outside of the park.
Yeah, well, it's not a foresty here, but yeah.
We're going by what was there, but apparently that's not
In
there.
our game world, it is looking towards Town Hall and City Center.
Okay, all right. Which is the direction that was leading, correct?
Yep.
But he doesn't seem to be tracing the tracks any further.
No.
Interesting. Any thoughts?
And yeah, if you guys want to do anything.
That's the direction that the wolves went when I looked at them too. So I know that for a fact already. So she's doing basically what I did the other day, or earlier today, I think it was, or yesterday. I don't remember which. Are you muted? Are you saying nothing?
No, it was just yeah. No, if that's all that she's doing at this point, I'd say just let it be.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just continue watching. We'll see what she does.
Sorry, I had a child issue.
We're just going to be watching.
Unless he starts following something that we don't have an idea of what it is that she was following, then I think we're just gonna watch.
You watch. No, she doesn't follow anything that you don't seem to. At some point, it looks like she gives up with the looking or staring or whatever, and they both just kind of casually begin walking down this walking path.
Wait, which one? Sorry, I missed that. That one.
The one that's gonna pass in front of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just continue watching. I mean, she already dismissed us if she did see us. So.
Right. Yeah.
Do we see any other people around, or is it pretty desolate at this point?
For the most part, it's pretty desolate. There are a few people sleeping on benches scattered around, but no park visitors, I guess, for that matter.
Fair enough. Okay.
And they walk past the path. Both of you give me a awareness plus perception. And I'll be right back. I need to grab a book while you're doing that.
There we go. Let's see. That I woke up just a little bit better this time.
All right, I'm back. Let's see, you both got a 3 You notice that as she walks in front of the car, neither of them look in your direction, but you get that hair standing on the back of your neck feeling like they are looking right through you, even though they never turn to look at you.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me.
And on her case, it's very nonchalant. On his case, you can almost tell he is purposefully not looking in your direction. It is obvious that he
Looking in
is
our
not.
direction, is that what you said?
No, it is obvious that he is not looking in your direction. It's like one of those things where he is very tensely not looking at you.
Okay.
Got it.
She is more casually not doing so.
Fair.
And then they follow the path actually down this way. On the outer edge of the park. And then when they get to this branch, they branch in that way. And you can see them walking, every once in a while a tree gets between you and them, or one of these little mini structures. But for the most part, you can follow their progress back around until they get to their car.
So they just kind of went the long way around to get to their car.
Yeah.
Okay. Did it look like they were looking for anything on their way, like they were investigating?
No.
Or did it just kind of just felt like taking the long way?
Just felt like taking the long way. They did not seem to glance. They weren't looking at the ground. They weren't looking for anything. Almost like somebody enjoying a stroll.
Yeah.
In inappropriate footwear.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Not really a surprise, but interesting.
Yeah.
And then about...
Yeah. Once they leave, I'll do another walkthrough. Once they leave, we'll just get out and walk. Number one, it will help me wake up. Number two, it'll just to kind of give a walkthrough, making sure we didn't miss anything in that area or something, but probably not. So.
During your walkthrough, so probably by now it is, we'll say 1:30 in the morning. You hear howls in the distance. And you rarely hear howls in town.
No,
yeah.
This isn't good. Okay. You said in town? Like a little bit further, is it towards the direction where they came from or something? Or
No.
what direction?
So while you're in the city, you rarely hear howls. Occasionally a mountain lion might swing down, but there's no cases of wolves that you know of. And these sound like wolves, not quite dogs. The direction seems to be coming from the north, but it's a ways away.
Strange. In the general vicinity, how many even poor people and stuff do we have just kind of sleeping around in this area?
In the park itself, probably 3 that you've seen.
I'm gonna try to wake them up, and advise them that there could be wolves out and maybe to find a better place to sleep that isn't going to be eaten by wolves.
Okay. This is going to be fun. Give me a
They're probably drunk.
Charisma plus. What do you think would work more here? Empathy or
I
leadership?
have 0 skills in leadership. I like leadership. I have skills in leadership. Empathy, I'm not good at. All right. Let's see. Is this a 6?
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
Okay. Hey, wow. Wow, for 3 dice. That's good.
Oh.
My urgency is selling it.
You don't quite get any attacks on you, but you don't really meet with cooperation either.
Okay, fair enough.
Some of them, they will wake up, they will listen to you for the most part, but when it becomes rather quickly evident that you are trying to tell them to get up and move off, they kind of give you the cold shoulder.
Okay. I mean, do you hear the wolves? But sure. I will try to see if they can hear the wolves and remind them that there was actually wolf attack here just a couple of nights ago. If that helps.
No, not really.
Oh well. I tried. Okay. Not my fault they get eaten. See, that's how I am. I did my civic duty.
Now let me see here. Yeah, as you have given up on them, you notice that one of the people that you did manage to wake up kind of gets up and starts to gather his belongings.
Hey. I will also have warned them that south is better than north. No, going north is going towards the wolves. Do not go north.
Do
That would
not
be
go
awkward if
north.
they started literally walking right into the wolves. An awkward mess. They just walk right into the wolf attack. I told them they could avoid by leaving.
Yep.
Then I guess we'll go back to the car and wait, and hopefully I'll keep an eye on the try to do my best to keep an eye on the 2 that I know are still there. Maybe I'll come in for the save. Who knows? Oh wait. Let's see here. No. Oh wait. Okay. We're okay. We'll see what happens. Maybe they won't show up at all. Maybe it's just maybe the wolves are just there's nothing. It's fine. Right. Right.
Maybe.
No problem. Maybe they'll attack some other poor soul. Not like that's a good thing, but
So what now?
Sit and wait at this point. See what happens. It's really all we can do.
All right.
Be prepared to, I don't know, go out there and save some morons who refuse to leave.
So another hour goes by. Nothing happens. And you keep waiting.
Sure.
All right.
I guess we can keep waiting.
Sun begins to come up. Cody is very tired.
All right. The sun came up. Everybody's alive. Here, at least. If they attacked somewhere else, nothing we could have done about it. I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take him home and then head home and just sleep through the day. I'm exhausted. I'm done.
All right. There are no news reports in the morning about anything weird.
That's good.
Anybody have anything they wish to do on this particular day or in the near future?
I think I'm gonna resume trailing the coroner. And sending my reports to Dan. Is it Daniel? No, is it? Arco, what's your character name again? Keep forgetting.
Daniel.
Yeah, okay. That was right. Okay, so I didn't forget. So yeah, keep sending so he can correlate police reports with the coroner's activity and see if there's anything unusual going on over the next at least week or two.
Yeah, you wanted me to dig into something. What was it again?
You were the one that was interested in the coroner, like apparently involved in covering up dead bodies being found using equipment from out of county and you know and stuff and like you were interested in the coroner. So in my spare time at night, I'm trailing the coroner and keeping a log of his activities and where he goes. And it's any your deal. You have access to all the police reports and everything that you can correlate with.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything other than the police report.
Yeah, I know. But it's your day job.
That is true. As I said, I remember the police reports, but I was like, was there something else?
No, I'm just using this as an exercise so I can practice my surveillance skills.
That's right. You wanted a pickpocket. That's what you wanted me to
Yep,
find.
I need it. So I need a pickpocket.
Yeah, that's what I'll start working on is finding him a person that can teach him how to pickpockets.
Okay.
No. How to bump into people. It's not pickpocketing I really want to learn. It's how to bump into people. Get away with it.
So how is Daniel going to go about doing that, and when?
Yeah, next couple of days. You asked what I'm doing for the next couple of days. That is what I'm doing. Now, how I would go about doing that, well, I do technically have contacts, but most of them are police related, not criminal related. But I probably could be able to look at previous news reports, just like the crime report blog or whatever, and stuff of that nature about individuals who were caught for shoplifting, vandalism, well, not vandalism, pickpocket, Hell, I've settled for what is it? Not bussers, users. People who con people using card tricks, whatever. Hell, I'll settle for a magician if I need to.
Don't think that's what he's looking for, but okay.
Well, no, magicians do a lot of close work.
Oh yeah,
in
I think I see what you're saying. Maybe, yeah.
And also, the thing of it is some magicians like doing that wonderful little, okay, was this your card? Well, check your left pocket. Oh, where'd my card? This is my card. Where did this come from?
Okay.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, as a private investigator, I figure you would actually have that in your skill set.
I don't know what skills I would need for that. I might.
Scaly's character always kind of struck me as the kind of private investigator that uses the camera a lot.
Yeah, that is more of his skill. His skill is taking photos of people who are doing bad things.
Long
Which
distance.
is more, yeah, long distance, somewhat stealth a little bit. Like he does some stealth, but he's definitely more of the, just further back, not really getting involved unless he has to, sort of, investigator. That's what he does.
Well, hell,
You know,
if
he
there's
does,
some Axel Foley on the friggin' police force, I'll get him to help.
Axel Foley doesn't bump into people. He smashes into people and knocks them down to the ground.
Yep.
That's probably not what he's looking for.
No. Remember, he knows how to break into many places because of
Yeah.
what was it?
He's not looking
Youthful
for people to break
exuberance
in.
or whatever it was.
Yep.
All right. From Daniel, I need a wits plus streetwise roll.
This is where we all die. Target number 6.
Yep. Okay. Carl is
Well,
going
I'll
to
be
be
damned.
tailing the coroner. Are you doing this just in the evenings? Or are you doing it random
Yeah.
times throughout the day? Okay.
Early evenings. I'm not going to go too late. I do need to get some sleep. But it's got to be after I do my work in the apartments and stuff.
Okay. What about Dr. Phillipson? What are you doing for the next few days?
Jesse?
Oh, that's probably let's see, early November. I think the only thing he's working on at this point, making sure that he doesn't lapse on papers grading and things of that sort. But I think he's going to spend a little bit more time in the gym too. The HEMA gym.
Okay. Which
Getting a little worried about physical conflict coming up.
which nights do you have night classes, if any?
Evening classes are, I think, are on his. He's got on. We've said them more on Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay. And I believe Sean was in one of your classes. He does not show up on the following Tuesday, so the next day. We are going to jump to... actually, what is Cody doing for the next few days?
few days. Catch up on his sleep. Yeah, he's probably just getting into his normal exercise routine. Assuming that we haven't heard anything about wolves or anything else, he'll probably relax just a tad bit. Maybe go out on a couple of dates, that kind of thing. That sort of stuff. Normal life stuff, being normal.
There hasn't been anything about wolves that you've heard of? Nobody's writing any papers?
Okay, that's good.
So yeah, we will jump to Thursday the 7th. So the night before, Carl tailing the coroner, there was another incident that he had to go to get a body.
Yeah.
This one was out. Where's my text line? So are you guys still? Out in that area? Sheriff's jurisdiction was out there. He spent probably about a half hour out
So it's
in
in
that.
what area?
I'm sorry?
What's the area again? Near the old homes and the
yeah,
wheat farms. Okay.
Yeah, it was not in a home. It seemed to be on the street, kind of in a rundown neighborhood. Not
Okay.
much info that you got from just tailing the coroner, but he spent like probably a half hour there before taking the body back.
Okay.
And so far, the times you've been tailing him, you haven't really run into him like doing anything that you would think would be shady.
Okay.
When he gets back to the coroner's office, do you park nearby and just stay there?
I usually park down the street away so I can keep an idea. But I am coming and going from the parking lot, but not like anything close enough to see like into the coroner's office at all.
Okay. So when you're hanging out there, when you were hanging out there last night, probably say at about 4 in the morning, sheriff's car pulled in. Spent maybe 20 minutes there.
Okay.
Before leaving.
So this is before they went to the body scene?
No, after.
After. Okay.
Yeah,
So
coroner
he
drove back to the coroner's office.
was there
And
for about
then,
half an hour, go back, and then a little while later a sheriff arrived.
yes.
Okay.
It was there for about 20 minutes or so before you then saw the car leave.
Okay. Yeah, make note of it and send it off to Daniel. And then you said we're going to skip to the next day, which is the 7th, right?
Yep. So this is that morning, the next day. That particular incident happened Wednesday night.
Okay.
So, is there anything you wish to relay, or Daniel? How early do you send these reports?
Usually the end of the evening when I go home, right? Send a text message off with the times and it's summary, basically.
Daniel has them in the morning.
Yeah. So he can go over the police reports and stuff.
So Daniel, you have a report waiting for you Thursday morning.
Okay, what's this report about?
Coroner got a body out on the outskirts near the old homes. Took it back. I don't know how much other detail Carl gives you.
Yeah, just used it for about a half hour last night. That's all. I didn't
Okay.
mention the sheriff car offhand right away.
I did think of one other person I could try reaching out to, but I don't know how often anybody would use. How many people he would actually know to, um, who would be in that line of work, which is my gun runner contact.
Reach out to him for what?
Finding somebody to teach Carl.
Oh. No, that was covered by your Streetwise role.
Okay. As I said, I was like, mainly I was just trying to use police reports and my general knowledge. And then I was like, wait a minute, I actually technically know a criminal. But the type of work Carl wants and the type of people that go talk to that guy generally don't overlap.
In the few days that you have been asking around and looking around and trying to remember people, you have come to the attention of one Mercury Sparrow.
Okay, that guy's watched Hudson Hawkley way too often.
He had previous criminal history for pickpocket and petty larceny and stuff like that. Has spent a few times in jail. No more than a few months at a time, and then he had gotten out and he would be clean for a few months and end up back into it. He seems to be a very habitual pickpocket. He is currently out of jail again, and this time he has had a stint of about a year with no infractions. And one of your police contacts is the one that referred you to him. We will say probably that you were writing a story on the type of thing and you wanted to do interviews or something. The reasoning can be vague.
It would be more like a research, helping out a colleague in another city on a string of thefts. Old classmate from college. So either he's gotten enough of an education in prison you to or jail you, not get caught anymore, or he's actually found a way to.
Are you talking to your police contact, Ron?
No, I'm just trying to figure. I'm working out how I'm going to approach this guy, and also whether or not I should.
Well, kind of defeats the
'Cause if you
purpose
get-
to look for somebody that you're not then going to approach.
The problem is it's a moral decision. Is if this guy's actually clean, and I go, hey, can you go teach somebody how to do this? I could set him off again, and he starts, thieving again, and gets thrown in jail again, and I'd feel guilty about that. But yeah, nah, well, first I gotta find him, so that'll be the first.
You know where to find him.
Well, then I am actually going to polish up my discreet following skills and just see if I can catch him, possibly in the act, so to speak. But it's like that way I can determine whether or not he is still stealing and just hadn't been caught, or if he's actually, a 9 to 5 worker drone.
Or are you trying to take this in a different
He currently has
direction?
a.
No, I just want to see what the guy's actually doing before. Okay, let me rephrase this. If this guy is working with a crew, I know exactly what I'm
Hold on. What I'm asking is, if you want to take the story in a different direction, I'll work with you. I don't mind doing that. But that's completely contrary to. This is not going in the direction I started this in this direction with in mind. So I just want to know what you have like a story in mind that you want to explore?
Okay. From what I understand is
I have a special ability that requires me to touch people. I want to learn how to discreetly touch people without being noticed. In other words, the exact skill that a pickpocket would know, but not actually like learn how to pickpockets. So I asked you if you know a pickpocket or like an ex-pickpocket or somebody that can teach me this skill, right? That was Carl's motivation for kicking this off.
Okay, all right.
So,
if that's how you want it to go, that's perfectly fine.
I'm not interested
As soon
in
as I have a name,
I
have a name, I give Carl the name and the address. I will let him deal with the talking with this person.
Okay, cool. That'll work for me too. But, and then don't forget the report I sent you.
Yeah, I will follow up on that. And that's now that I'm done with this.
Yep, you got him. He has a part-time job where he works mornings, 4 days a week at the Fried Frenzy. It's
Okay.
a fast food joint that basically, if they can fry it, they do.
Oh Lord, why couldn't we find a damn bank teller or something like that, man? We're going to actually drain the friggin' food industry around here if we keep on running at people like this.
You are aware that the guy is in his mid-30s, kind of red, wiry hair, somewhat scrawny looking.
Yeah, I'll include that in details I give to Carl.
Okay. I mean, let me know when you're done and want me to do this.
As I said, here's the information. This guy has been caught a couple of times for picking pockets and stuff of that nature. And sounds like he's right up your alley. this is where he worked.
Good, thanks. Perfect.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, sounds like what I need.
Now, as I said, I'll go follow up on this coroner report that you sent me.
That food joint is not terribly far away from the apartment.
Probably gonna be evening by the time I get around to it. You said it was Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll probably be evening by the time I can go check it out.
This is Thursday. Ezekiel has evening classes. Cody, what do you find yourself doing on this Thursday?
Let's see. Maybe it'll be a hangout day.
Hang out.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah, like with his maybe with his girlfriend, maybe a date night. I mean, sure.
Okay, so not much during the day.
No, not much during the day itself. Yeah. So probably catching up on paperwork or whatever job he might have for a regular job kind of thing. He still has that sometimes.
Okay. So what time do you plan on leaving the office?
5-ish, probably.
Five-ish, okay.
Yeah. He doesn't mind getting to Ivy's house early because then he just kind of hangs out with the kid, with Fern. So
Okay.
she gets ready or whatever, So.
All right, so Daniel, what are you doing with this information that Carl has sent you?
I do have to take like a 5-minute break or something. I'll
Okay.
be right back though, okay?
All right, so Daniel.
Arca?
Yeah.
What are you doing with this info that Carl has sent you?
Sorry. Basically, I'm going to start looking to see if. Well, Carl's actually sent me a couple of reports, right?
Yeah, you've had several days of the coroner. Some nights he just spends the whole time in the office, but there have been a few instances that he has gone to a body. Last night he had a body that he went to pick up, and the previous one was Friday night. So almost a week ago.
But in both those cases, he acted normal. He took them back to the morgue or coroner's office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will see if I can't find anything out about those two dead bodies. Was it natural causes, murder victim? suicides, blah blah blah.
All right, calling your police contact. What was his name again? Do you know?
I wouldn't even need to talk to the police contact. There should be an obituary for at least the one from Friday.
Going for past obituaries, you don't find any information.
Okay. Then I would actually I wouldn't even actually reach out to my police contact. I would simply just call the coroner's office and be like, hey, my paper understands that y'all picked up 2 bodies recently. Are there any details that y'all are releasing to the press at this time? And I'll give them the dates and rough estimate of the time they were picked up.
All right, I don't have a name for the assistant, so let me fix that.
Oh, is this the assistant I brought muffins to?
Yeah.
Or was it bagel? I think it was bagels.
We will say her name. Her name is Alexa Cortez.
Alexa Cortez, right?
Yes. So she answers the phone. Coroner's office. Alexa speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, Miss Alexa. I was just calling uh, in regards to something that someone in my paper wants to do a follow up on. Recently, you guys retrieved a few bodies in the last few days. One on Friday at X time, and the other one last night, I believe it was. Was there any information that y'all were releasing to the press at this time?
One moment. She comes back. I don't see any reports. Maybe the doctor hasn't left anything yet. He is not in at the moment.
Oh, he hadn't even done a preliminary or anything in that regard?
Nothing that I'm finding recently, no.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to determine if cause of death or anything like that had been released yet. You know, in case there was something we needed to follow up on with the police or, in some cases like accidents and whatnot. If it's a really bad accident, I know it's morbid, but sometimes talking to the families and whatnot, seeing or talking to city council, like if it's a bad traffic accident, is there something we can do to prevent it in the future?
Yep, understood. No, the last report that I'm seeing is from a few weeks ago. I don't know. Maybe
Okay,
he has them in his office, but like I said, he's not in
okay.
another one.
I was going to ask Alexa. I mean, is there something I'm missing? Like, if they're not a priority, then um, I'm not saying I'm not criticizing anybody's job here. It's just he takes more time with them since it's not a priority. He has to deal with sudden deaths, murder victim, and stuff of that nature, and those take priority over somebody who just has to lay in their sleep or something like that.
Yeah, I don't really question.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, Alexa. Do you know when he will be in the office? So maybe I can ask him, and I'll just call back then.
From
Or
what I
actually, you
understand,
know
it
what?
was a late night last night, so he should be in, I guess, around noon.
Well, how about
I,
this,
I can let
Alexa?
him know you
If
called.
that would be excellent. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day, Alexa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
And she hangs up.
Okay, now I'm calling my cop contact because that doesn't make damn what I said.
Okay.
The one last night I understand, but the one from last Friday, what was that? 3-4 days ago?
At this point, this is the 7th. It was almost a week ago.
Yeah, there should be at least a preliminary done. This guy would not have him on ice for a week and not examine.
Yeah. Yeah, that body was actually found Halloween night, so Thursday night. So it's been a full week.
Yeah, as I said, I'm going to call my top contact and be like, hey, I had a question. First one, a little bit more relevant than the second one. I got a report here from one of my contacts saying the body was found on Halloween night. Is the police investigating that at all?
Body on Halloween night. I seem to remember hearing something about that. Let me see here. And he put you on hold. Probably for about 10 minutes.
Wait,
Hold
what
on.
the hell? No. This is Daniel going. What in the hell's going on here?
No, I had my bird clock chattering at me. So he put you on hold for
No.
about 10 minutes. And maybe by the time you're thinking that maybe he forgot about you or he's given up, but no, the hold music is still there, so it's not disconnected. He finally, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
From what I understand, that call came in near the Mega 6 Hotel. It's out of our jurisdiction. So I don't know any details about that. Halloween night, right?
Yeah, but I mean, would okay. But the coroner from our neck of the woods went out there, right? Is that in his jurisdiction?
As far as I know, there's only one coroner in this city, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. But you hadn't heard any details about what it was, just like somebody died in their sleep or
Yeah,
homicide
I
or anything like that.
don't know.
All right. Well, what about this body about last night?
Last
One of the
night?
photographers, mentioned that he thought he saw the coroner's van drive by some event he was covering, and it seemed like he was going somewhere with a purpose.
Let me see here. Yeah, I have another report. Let's see, where did this happen? Nope, that one also, that was out. He gives the name of a street. Again, outside city limits, technically. So
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
we heard the 911 call, but it was outside city limits, so it wasn't us that investigated it.
And what was the? I'm not going to ask for exact details or anything like that, but what was the call about? Like somebody had just got shot, or somebody fell down the stairs?
I can see if I can find the 911 transcripts, but it might take a few minutes.
I'll hold.
All right, he put you on hold again. This time, probably about 15 minutes.
By
No,
then, I'm just humming along with the hold music.
yeah, and it's annoying hold music. And he comes back. All right, so the transcripts seems to be an anonymous caller seeing a body in the ground in front of a. Let's see. You hear some typing on a old loud keyboard. The address is kind of a abandoned house, I guess. Looks like it went into foreclosure a few months ago. I guess no known residents at the moment. Bad side of town. Not much details in the call, just an anonymous caller.
And they just said, "Hey, there's something weird going on at this house."
No, body laying in the street.
Ah, okay. Sorry. All right. Well, thanks for the info, man. Yeah, as I said, I'm trying to catch up to the corner, and well, because it was a late night last night, I guess he hadn't gotten in yet.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks again. And I'll let him go so he can get back to work. I can just sit there and be like, "What in the hell is going on with this coroner?"
So, anything else you would like to do?
I think I'll go. It's still daytime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to that address and take a look around and see what I can see if it's been cordoned off or anything like that, because that'll give me an indicator of what in the world's going on.
Okay. Let's see, where is... Do we have the newspaper office on the map? I don't see it. Where roughly is the newspaper office?
Oh, it's got to be somewhere old downtown.
Yeah, I was about to say, I figure it was in downtown as well. I mean, it would probably be near like town hall and
So
police
kind of
department.
between here then? Not too far from Cody's office? Oh, that side, okay.
Yeah, yeah, or maybe, I mean, it depends. Is it still in the same place, or did it have to move around due to, expansion, blah, blah, blah? That actually happened in my town a couple of times.
You tell me.
Well, as I said, I was thinking maybe like somewhere around, yeah, up here would be more likely.
All right. The Sunrise Daily.
Okay.
So it'll probably take you 45 minutes or so to get out into that area.
All right, that's fine. I mean, if you need to move somebody else, I understand.
Yep. What time does Dr. Phillips' classes start when he has evening classes? Does he start around noonish and go into evening, or does he start later?
These classes, I think he starts in the evening, and then they go kind of late.
What time does
probably
he
starting
usually
around
get there then?
6 or so. He's probably at the office. Probably has early dinner, and is at the office by probably no later than 5, so that he can make sure he's got everything set up for his classes.
Okay. You get a call kind of earlier in the day, say at about 2, that notification of a student dropping.
Sean?
Yes.
Damn. Probably not proper procedure, but it.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, I would have asked right away if he was withdrawing from just this class, or if he was withdrawing from all of his classes. Not sure if he would say anything necessarily, but might.
Maybe. What would you roll to convince them to tell you that info?
Probably charisma plus empathy, trying to check in on my students and make sure that it's not just something that's wrong, some personal thing, or if it's or if there's something that's more widespread going
Sounds good to me.
on with him, and if he's in need of any other kind of services.
Yeah, go for it. Difficulty 6.
All right.
She seems to hesitate for only a moment. No, at the moment it looks like just your class and one more today only. He still seems to be enrolled in Friday class, and he has one on Saturday as well.
Okay. Well, and those are those still both evening classes?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate the heads up there.
Oh, no problem. And yeah, he was in your class, which was Tuesday, Thursday, and he had another one Friday.
Okay. They're still enrolled in some.
Yeah, still enrolled with some at the moment anyway.
Right.
Let's see, everybody else had stuff starting in the evening. So Daniel, you get out to the location. It is early-ish afternoon. And it is a rundown house, very dilapidated, rundown neighborhood, very dilapidated. Several houses look like they haven't been lived in a while. There may be squatters in there. It's hard to tell.
Which body is this over here?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Maybe I should start numbering these.
No. It was fine. You described where the community and whatnot, and I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. There. So, does it look like the report was the body was found in the middle of the street, right?
That's what that's what he said the call was. A body, that's what the 911 transcript said.
Okay,
Getting
so
out
does it look
there,
like...
there
Oh,
is
okay.
a chalk line on the sidewalk, partially hanging off of the sidewalk. Or off the curb, rather. It is in front of a vacant lot. There is no house in front of this particular area. There are a few cars that may or may not be running in nearby driveways. And parked, probably the closest one parked on a curb would be a good 30, 40 feet away.
Yeah, I'll just get out and survey the area a little bit and make a couple of notes. But other than that, I'm not going to try to disturb anything. And based on this location and the fact that the sheriff's department is to my south, I'm guessing that's who are the people who are going to be investigating this. So I'll probably go down and ask them a quick question or two.
Yeah, you don't notice anybody watching you or paying attention. There's not very many people out on the street at all. Anybody you do see, it looks like they are very quickly trying to get where they're going. Kind of up the road, you know?
Yep, as I said, I'll just make a couple of quick notes and whatnot. Address, general location, chalk outline, stuff of that nature. That way I have details to give whoever I talk to at the sheriff's department so they are, oh, which body is that?
You can take a picture with your crappy flip phone camera. I don't know if you keep a camera in your car nearby, probably. There are
Oh, yeah.
no markings of where evidence markers would have been, like if bullet casings had been found, where they'd usually tag those too. There's nothing else nearby that indicates any other evidence around.
I mean, seriously, this could be any number of things. That's why I was like, drug overdose, somebody just walking, got hit by a car, maybe, or, anything of that nature. But as I said, I'll just go down to the sheriff's department and see what they have and if they have anything to tell us. Well, the press, I should say. And then, after that, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe by then I'll get a call back. I'll start driving back to the office and I'll get a call back from the coroner.
Okay. You get to the sheriff's office.
Yep. I'll have my press credentials out. I'll walk up to the clerk at the desk or the receptionist or whoever it is, and I'll just be like, hey, it's, Sunrise Daily, and I'm coming to inquire about the body that was found up the road last night. If there are any details being released to the press yet.
The receptionist, it'd probably be a dispatch officer behind the desk there. Tells you to have a seat. And
Sure,
somebody will be with
That's
you. And it is probably, the minutes start ticking on.
Well, at least it's not annoying hold music.
No, there is a faint music in the background, but it is not as annoying as hold music. a moment, well, not a moment, probably 10 minutes later, a deputy walks out. The name tag, it's an older gentleman. And the name tag he has is Jody.
Okay. Deputy Jody, hi there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Daniel Myers with the Sunrise Daily. I was coming to inquire about a body that was found up the road last night. Just seeing if there's any information that's being released to the press yet. Do y'all need help identifying the person? Maybe press release to have somebody come forward and claim the body, anything like that?
He gives you a long searching look. I didn't think that information had gotten out yet. And then he kind of glances around the area you're in general. He seems to pause at a moment, looking towards the receptionist desk. Yes, if you'll come with me.
Okay, sure.
And he walks down the hall into and opens up an office. It doesn't seem to be a personalized office. It almost might be an interrogation room, perhaps. It is very bland and lightly furnished. There is a table with a chair on either side of the table.
Suspiciously large mirrors.
No mirrors in this one. He
Oh no,
closes the door.
It's a bunch of cement walls. I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm about to get hit by a wall, not a mountain.
This is the one where they go to silence. He closes the door. Please have a seat.
Sure. I'll sit down. I'll have my note and pad and pen out and at the ready and just be like, I apologize if I caught you off guard. I just got a tip from a colleague who saw the coroner drive me out this way. I did a little digging and eventually came across a chalk outline out in the middle of on that street and whatnot. I did have some details that helped me get to that street, but those are sources that I can't.
His weird expression crosses his face, but he nods slowly. Well, yes, deceased was found at the moment. It is a John Doe. We don't know what was involved, if it was robbery or let's see, does Sunrise have a gang problem?
If you were asking me to determine that, I'm going to go. We need a group consensus on that one.
Yeah. What say you?
Have a gang problem?
A gang problem, whether it's a minor gang problem, just starting gang problem, or has the town been roughly free or oddly free of gang activity?
Well, are you talking about like a gang of people who are here to stay and does illegal activity? Or are you talking about like a motorcycle gang that drives through like every couple of months or so?
Either.
Shit, I gave them options. That's my bad, guys.
No. Actually, I think the motorcycle gang would make more sense than anything. That not a regular gang. We like every now and then there's some like we probably just call them like hooligans or something like that would just kind of drive through the town and cause a bit of chaos and then go on to some other town and cause some chaos. I don't think we would have a consistent gang problem, per se.
Yeah, they stay here too long, they tend to get eaten.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, but also with this many colleges and well, the college, the attempt to revitalize the city, that wonderful developer guy. Yeah, he wouldn't tolerate.
Well,
He wouldn't try to.
well,
He would not try to build a business in a place that had
not true,
regular
'cause
criminal activity.
lots of people do that. I would say so. We have the issue of like the weed farms and things like that, and a little bit of a drug issue. But I don't think it's gotten to the point of like a gang sort of taking over. Like it's more of these like small timers who are just trying to get by, and they probably realize organizing into a gang will probably draw way too much attention, so they just kind of keep to themselves at the moment.
So like a dozen or more people that ride into town, what kind of chaos do they cause? Shoplifting, stuff like that, or any type?
Yeah, they probably go out to the outskirts. Like, they probably don't go into like the like new downtown or the rich area or anything. They probably stay over here in this sort of area with the older lines and stuff. Raid the weed farm, so for a bit of weed. They come in, but you pick up some weed and find some place over here, maybe over here in the cemetery or something, or the old warehouses, and like
Or
do
they
some
could be the
smoking.
guys that just come in and deliver the harder drugs from some other source.
And they could, right? They could trade off and do some trade for a bit of harder drugs that they can distribute. Sure. I don't with the chaos. I feel like they're just loud. I don't feel like they're the type that break a lot of laws because they don't want that kind of attention. They're just loud, a bit rowdy. Might get drunk at a bar. The worst case scenario, that kind of thing. Every now and then, if they might cause a fight when they're drunk. You know what I mean? Like so they might end up in the cell for the night, but for the most part they're willing to leave within a few days, and no one's really going to complain too much about letting them go.
Okay,
They
so
surely
there's
don't want them back for a
Yeah,
court
that
case.
sounds about right.
so up till now there has been no reports of them causing any deaths.
Yeah, it's probably caused a few hospitalizations when a fight got out of hand or something, but I wouldn't say they would have caused any deaths. No, that would be fairly rare, I would imagine. So but they're not without their violence, we'll call it.
Okay. Now, in Discord, I'm going to paste a list. Tell me which name you like.
Oh, for their name?
Yeah. What do they call themselves? If you want to mix and match, you can. If you want to take the first part and a second part of a different one, that'll work too.
Ooh, I like the tribal destroyers. Maybe they're actual like they maybe they started as sort of like Native Americans, but they really aren't anymore. They just kept the name. The actual Native Americans have all stopped. That they no longer actually ride with them, but they just kept the name. So it's a bit insulting to any Native American that really comes that hears it.
I'm perfectly fine with that choice as well. I'm just amused greatly by the angry travelers.
It's a great one. I like that one.
But no, tribal destroyers is fine with me. What about y'all guys?
I think it's great. I think time period fits right for a bunch of real a-holes with tribal tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. They're not actually like none of them are natives, but they're all just got these tribal tattoos. They're all super involved. They but they're more insulting and racist than anything else, and they just don't know it. That's usually why they get into fights.
we could go the other direction with them, where you know they have a superiority complex.
I mean, they could have that too. Let's be fair.
Uh, um, well, like Neo something. I can't say it because I don't want us to get friggin' demonetized.
I feel like they feel like they're allies to the natives, and they go and actually cause problems for anybody
Okay.
who cause problems for the natives. But they're so bad at it that it usually just causes more problems for them. So nobody wants them.
That'll make sense.
See, they're out there trying to do a good thing, and they know it.
They are, what is it? They are spiritually trying to avenge Native American injustice.
Yeah, exactly. They probably like do this weird hero worship for their like the guy who created it, even though the guy's literally disowned them and doesn't want anything to do with them. But they have absolutely, in spirit, turned him into some sort of like weird like martyr figure. Some of them have him like his face tattooed on their chest, sort of thing.
All right. So when the gang or gang activity is mentioned, this is probably who everybody immediately thinks at.
Yeah, I would have mentioned so. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, when he says, right now they don't know if it was robbery, gang activity, they're not sure just yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's all the details he's willing to give me at this time, I'm not going to push hard on this because I seem to have made him very uncomfortable very, very quickly. So it's just like, okay. I mean, is it okay if I release any of that information, or do you need to be put a hold on it? I'm perfectly willing to work with y'all on this entirely until y'all guys can at least, identify them and notify next kin. Or do y'all need assistance with that? Like, you would like the public's help in identifying this poor soul.
He kind of glances to the side where the door is. Seems to linger on it for a good 10-15 seconds. And then looks back. You can release that information. I might have a bit more off the record, though. But it needs to stay off the record.
I will close my notepad and put away my pen and just be like, sure, off the record.
The investigation moved in rather quickly. It was a late night crew. It was handpicked by the deputy, commander, whoever was in charge of the deputy. I'm not sure what ranks are. Deputy sergeant.
It would be the site commander. But if a sergeant wasn't available, the next highest ranking deputy.
So that, and from what I hear, it was another instance of this body drained of blood. But it's been happening enough now that we at least have been given orders not to divulge that information because people are starting to worry that it may be a activity of a serial killer or some type of habitual infractor.
Off the record, can I ask this question? Has there been any talk of taking it federal since there's been talk of a serial killer? I'm not saying there is one, but since there's been a conversation, has there been a conversation to bring in federal authorities?
It has been suggested.
Okay. As you said, completely off the record. That was me just being curious, really. All right. As I said, well, I'll release what information that you gave me on the record. Hopefully, we can help get this person identified, and y'all guys can do your job, contact family, and I do my job, and or somebody else does the job, and they go interview the family at a later date, probably after the funeral.
Also, give me a. What is reading a person again?
Intuition, empathy, alertness.
Give
As
me
far
a
as it would be
charisma.
Oh, okay.
Charisma. Empathy, yeah.
Okay. Target number 6.
Yes. With one success. Just looking at him, you can tell he is a bit on the nervous side talking about this, but trying his best to hide it. But you get the sense that, at least to him, he is talking about something that could either get him in trouble or worse.
Okay. As I said, I'm not going to push. I'm going to just thank him for his time, and I will ask him about the other body from Friday night. Was it the sheriff's department that investigated that one?
Oh, from Halloween? Yes. And he
Yeah.
is also very curt about that one, too.
I will take whatever details that he gives me, and as I said, I'm not pushing on this. I'm just going to be like, thank you. I appreciate it. I apologize for taking up so much of your time from your investigation, and I hope everything goes well for you. I will get out of there. Do I get the feeling that that same tenseness that he had is related to, oh, great, he knows about that body too that got drained of blood?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I said, I'll get back to the office, and hopefully the coroner will be calling me back.
You get back to the office, and there are notifications of missed calls from the coroner.
Oh, excellent. I will return one of those calls.
You are quickly relayed to the coroner. Ah,
Good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Myers.
Myers.
Yes,
Yeah, I was just calling to follow up. I apologize. I missed your calls. I kind of had to go. Actually, I had to actually confirm I even had anything to talk to you about. I apologize. Sometimes we get anonymous tips too, and we gotta go follow them up and be like, okay, oh, is this real? Oh, I'm great. I'm standing in the middle of a park and nothing has ever happened here.
Mm-hmm. So what did you visit
Yeah.
about?
Well, I was calling in regards to two cases. I was actually able to talk to the sheriff's department, so they were able to give me a few details, and I just wanted to confirm. Now I'm just confirming the details they gave me. There was a body found last night. Based on the scene and whatnot, he was found partially in the street and on the sidewalk on this street, and I'll give them the address I have.
Oh, yes.
And they didn't give me a cause of death, but let me correct that. They didn't officially give me a cause of death, but they did inform me that he was a John Doe. Have you been able to identify him yet? Or
No,
her?
not
I
yet.
apologize. And can I confirm it was a him or a her? That way I can. I told the sheriff I would try to, or the deputy I talked to, when I released the information that he allowed me to release. I want to make sure I get those facts straight because I don't want to be like, hey, can somebody come help identify? And I think I have the wrong thing.
Yes, that was a correction afterwards. It is a Jane Doe.
So this was a Jane Doe. All right, and then last Friday, Halloween, in fact, there was a body found as well. Any information in regards to that? Name? Has the family been notified? Stuff of that nature.
No identifying marks. Nobody has reported anybody missing yet.
And this is the player asking, where was that body found again?
That one was down there.
Okay, it's that one. Okay, I just want to make sure that was one that was found in a motel room.
It was outside the motel, kind of in the parking lot.
And was that a Jane Doe or a John Doe?
Oh, that was a John Doe. That one, we do have a cause of death. It looks like a drug-induced heart attack and or blunt trauma to the head from a fall.
That motel. Do I know if it has two? Is it like one of those 2 stories with the rail?
Yeah, something like that.
Like all the doors exit out onto the parking lot, but but that second story, yeah. Okay, and I'm sorry, that was possible blunt force trauma to the head, or what was the other?
Drug-induced heart
Drug-induced
attack.
heart attack.
We're having trouble determining which one happened first, but they both did happen. We just are not quite sure yet which one is the actual cause.
Not trying to rush you or anything. Is there an ETA on when I can follow up on that? Next week, next month? I understand blood tests take a while, tissue samples, all that stuff. Just wanted to make sure I remember to call back at an appropriate time.
Let's see. What do you have? An ETA? I guess
If the answer's no, the answer's no.
Perhaps in another week.
Okay, I will do a follow up in another week. And as I said, I told the deputy I talked to that as I said, he only gave me a little bit of information, but the correction of a Jane Doe found in this area, and then a John Doe found on Halloween still has not been identified. Are you, as owner, are you comfortable with me releasing the information as well as asking any members of the public to come forward and try to help identify these? So, as I said, victims' families can be notified and stuff of that nature.
I suppose.
I do have the sheriff's department's permission. The deputy I spoke to gave me permission. But as I said, sometimes you may be trying to run down something that they're not aware of yet. And as I said, I do not want to step on anybody's toes.
No, that should be fine.
So, just confirm, if I know all this information correctly. Jane Doe found at this address, no cause of death yet. Perfectly understandable. And then the other one was found outside of the motel at this address. And while cause of death has been determined, still need assistance in identifying who this individual is so that proper notifications can be taken. Is that acceptable for you?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your time, sir, and I wish you luck in your further endeavors, investigations and whatnot, and appreciate all your time that you've taken for me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. So I'll let him go, and like I said, I will just start writing up this, and after I get done writing this up, I'm going to take it to my editor, and then I'm going to fill in my editor on the off the record detail and my impression on both of these based on the deputy hate litness.
Your editor is not in the office currently. Do you wish to leave notification or a message?
I'll leave them. I mean, I guess his secretary is there, right? Or
Yes.
his receptionist. I'll just leave it with her and just be like, here is a story that I ran down today. Just need approval and whatnot to run it, and also I need to do a follow up with him when he gets a chance. Conversation, really.
All right, I will let him know first thing when I see him.
All right, thank you. And with that, I mean, I'll run down to the courthouse, but I really don't have anything else pressing. I'm just basically going to the courthouse to technically do my job, even though I've already done it.
Okay. Carl, it is evening. Probably you finished up your work around the apartment. And are you going down to the Fried Frenzy?
Oh, wait, you're talking to me?
You may be muted. No. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. First off, is there a bar or two near the Fried Frenzy?
Probably. What kind of bar are you looking for? Like.
An after work bar.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Jump in, grab well, they'll probably have like matchbook. Grab a matchbook with the bar name on it.
All right.
Then go to Fried Frenzy. Presuming he's there. Start looking for him.
All right. This place has a drive-through. It also has a dining room inside.
Ah, no, I bought your mom one of those. Okay. That's fine, I guess.
Wait,
I just
what?
had a place for bar. A place for people to go to work, to the bar after work. You get a decent
Right.
cut.
You got a matchbook,
Right,
and
so-
then you're going to Fried Frenzy.
Okay, it's fine. I wasn't expecting a place for the dining room. That's all. Okay, so go to the Fried Frenzy. Look for him.
Right. You going inside, right?
Yeah.
Nobody you see behind the counter seems to have the wiry red hair that was described to you.
Okay. Age range?
Most of these people are in younger 20s. Looks like a few might be teenagers, older teenagers.
Okay.
The person behind the register, I mean, they greet you when you walk in, but the person behind the register after the last customer orders seems to be looking at you expectantly.
Okay. Hey, I go up to the counter. You know a guy named Mercury?
Oh, yeah.
Does he work around now, or does like you have a different shift?
Oh, he's mornings.
Mornings, huh? Okay. Thanks. I guess I'll stop by tomorrow then. Give me a large fry.
All right. Would you like that battered? Would you like it, would you
To
like
go.
fry covered, anything else battered in front?
No. Just give me a large french fry.
All right. She calls out for an order of basic potatoes.
Okay. And then pay, and then leave.
All right.
And come back. I'll come back tomorrow.
Cody, you are on a date. Is this a date with the kid or not?
Yeah, this will be a family one.
Okay. Where are you going?
Good question. What's a good fun place for a kid?
Mega Bolorama Arcade?
Oh, the arcade. Sure, and I'm sure there's just a I won't go to like a fast food or anything, just like a fun pizza place or something like that for food.
Do we have a
That sounds
mall
fun.
in town yet?
Did we have a mall?
I don't think so.
No, because we had like our own standalone movie theater and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We
The
didn't need
mall
a mall
and stuff will be in that direction too.
So not quite the mall kind of thing, but maybe like a mall adjacent area sort of thing. That's my thought process, anyways.
There is a mall and mall type stuff nearby surrounding it. You get your Chuck E. Cheese equivalent stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So the sun is down. You guys are there having fun. When you get a call from Cheryl, probably at about 8:30.
Okay. Sure. What's up?
Oh, I was gonna leave you a message if you didn't answer. You had a visitor this evening that came wanting to speak with you. She did not say what it was regarding, but the name she left was a Miss Anastuli. She
Do I
said
recognize
she
the
will
name?
try again. You might give me, what is the eidetic memory roll?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't. My brain wasn't something I used very often. Have it written down somewhere. I should. Nope. Of course not. Why would I write something like that down?
So in the meantime, just give me an intelligence plus. Straight intelligence for the moment. Difficulty will be 4. Yes, you do remember that name being attached to a new employee at Fortutech that you had been looking into, one Demetria Anastuli.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. That's when I was looking at that one guy who was like that she thought might be cheating on him or something. Was that when I was looking into them?
No.
Oh, this is something previous. Okay.
Yes,
Got
this is the name associated with the vampire lady.
it. Got you. Okay. All right. Understood. All right. She said she would come back.
Yes, she said she would try another evening, or if you wish to call her, she did leave a contact number.
All right. Yeah, I'll take care of it after we're done here. I'll take the number down. So.
Okay, and with that, I am done for the evening, so I will be leaving.
Yep. Have a good night. Thanks.
Good night. And Dr. Phillipson, you get to class. Sean is not there. There is besides the normal students around that seem to be acting like nothing happened, a few seem to be kind of glancing in the direction where Sean used to sit and whispering back and forth, possibly about him not being there. But sitting on the other side of the room is a rather pissed off looking Dakota.
That's his roommate, right?
No,
Am
that
I recalling that correctly?
that
No,
is
wait.
not.
Oh
That
no,
is the
Dakota's
werewolf.
werewolf, right? Did I actually see him before?
You have seen him. He does not have this class.
Yeah.
But
Right.
he is sitting over there, kind of minding his own business, glaring at anybody who glances his way.
All right. I'm gonna not really address that part of the issue. So I think that is going to start off talking a little bit about the topic of the lecture for the evening, and I'd say that before he gets into things, he knows that there's been some changes in the makeup of the class a bit, and if anybody has questions or wants to talk about it at all, if there's anything weird, anything they need to talk about, that I'm always free and list off my office hours and stuff. And then get back to the topic of the lecture for the evening.
The class itself goes by relatively easy. Dakota is sitting over there like it is a strain to be sitting in one place quietly for so long. But after a bit, he actually starts to relax a little bit and seems to be following along, at least, or acting like he is following along. You do have a few instances of some of the other students in class, especially the younger females, seem to be glancing his ways and whispering to each other. But once it becomes apparent that they are starting to disrupt things, they quiet down too. And then once the class is over, everybody starts to file out except him.
Sort of like get things packed up, but I don't like put it on my put my bag on my shoulder or anything like that. I just sort of leave it on the by the podium, and I look over at him, and so
he seems to be studying you.
what can I help you with?
No. I was looking for Sarah. She's not here today. I saw you with her.
Yeah.
I assume you know of what was his name? Did I have a last name for him? Sean Campbell.
Yes, I'm aware of what he is.
We had an altercation the other night. He accused me of... And he seems to stop and think about how to word this. Hounding people that didn't deserve it. And unfortunately, in the issue, I seem to lose a pair of glasses, and I was hoping to come collect them from him. But he is not here. I was wondering if you could help me with that.
Yeah, he dropped my class, actually. I found out earlier today. As far as I know, he's still around, though.
He seems to be struggling to maintain composure. He takes a few very deep breaths, sighing at a moment as he formulates his words. I don't know if you can contact him, but if it is because of me, I don't hold a grudge. I would just like my property back.
Okay.
So if that changes things with him, perhaps you can run that by him.
Sure. I was planning on contacting him anyway. I can certainly put in that request for you. No problem.
He seems to look... He has a hard time hiding his emotions, too. He seems to look rather expectant for a moment. Like, hey, I can do this too. And then he kind of catches himself and nods. Sarah knows how to reach me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know what I find out. For sure.
Thank you.
I'll try and get it back for you. Mm-hmm.
And he stands up and seems to angrily stalk out of the room.
You're gonna let out a sigh, and
then you hear him once he is out of the room. No, please leave me alone. I am not joining this. And it trails off, and there is some girlish giggles, chittering, I guess.
all right. Yeah. So head back to my office, put things away, and While I'm thinking about it, I have that number for Sean. I'm give a call and see if I can reach him.
He at this point does not answer.
Right. I'll leave it for another time then.
Okay. Anything else for this evening then?
Yeah, not for me.
Okay. Anybody else have anything for this evening?
I don't think so. I think we're good. When I'm done with the night and drop them off, I will probably. I know she's a vampire, so she'll be up at night. So I will call her at night when I get home. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
There's no reason not to call her at this point. So.
It rings. Probably 2 times, and then gets disconnected. Like either it's hung up, or it was rejected, or blocked, or whatever like that. And then, like 10 seconds later, your phone rings.
Okay. I got it. All right. Yeah, I'll answer. Hello?
Hello? I just got a call from this number.
Yeah, this is Cody. I got a call. You had called my office?
Ah, yes. One moment, and it's a male's voice. Deep.
Mhm.
And as I grab a name for the assistant, because I don't think I have one yet. A moment later, a female voice is on the phone. Ah, good evening.
Good evening. You had called? So, what can I help you with?
Yes, I wished to speak with you about an incident in the park. Do you have some time?
You're probably a night owl, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I
What?
got a few. I said you're probably a night owl, aren't you? He's just making a joke at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I have some time though.
Oh, good. Anywhere you would like?
What do I know is kind of open this time of night? I don't even know.
It's still kind of evening, so the castle is popular at night. Other restaurants would still be open.
I will see. Not too picky about where. Where would you like to meet?
Oh my. I did not expect you to leave the choice up to me. How about... Yes, I forgot the name of the place. The Crystal Water Parlor.
Of course. I had a gut feeling that she was gonna say that.
I have been hearing about how garish it is, and I haven't had a chance to visit yet.
Oh, well then this will be a treat for you. Yeah, sure. Why not? I haven't been there in a while.
Where in town is the Crystal Water Parlor?
What'd you say?
Where in town is the Crystal Water Parlor? I don't
Didn't
think
we
we have a spot for it yet.
Oh, I thought it was up like just north of the entertainment center, but not quite to the tourists. It's like in this weird, like, not in the suburbs though. Maybe not. I think it might be in the entertainment district. Actually, let me think. Was that where we put it? We talked
For
about
some
it,
reason
but I
that
don't.
resonates with me. For some reason I'm vaguely remembering.
Yeah, it's like north of the entertainment center. Like it's sort of in this like rich area that's like right where the suburbs are, but it's like it's not like to the mall and stuff. It's a little bit of ways, and it's like near a country club or something like that that's out here by the suburbs. That's what my thought was.
So kind of there?
That makes sense.
Would you like me to send a car?
I should be okay to drive myself. I appreciate the offer though.
Very good then. When would you like to meet?
How important is this meeting? Did you want it tonight, or are you not in that much of a rush?
I leave the choice entirely up to you.
Today's Thursday night, right?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Well, if we're not rushing, I've already been out and stuff tonight and already, so tomorrow night is okay?
Very good. What time should I be there?
I do. Oh wait, is this one of those places that require a reservation? I just thought about that.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh.
You might
We might have to
occasionally be
call.
able to get in
Mhm.
without one, but
Yeah. We might have to call to see, make sure it is a Friday night. It might be packed, but I can send a message regarding the reservation time, but probably if I can somewhere between 6 and 8, if I can get the time spot.
I can't do before 7:30.
Oh, of course. Then how about between 8 and 10?
Very well. I shall arrange the reservation then.
Oh, okay. So that'll work out then. Just let me know the time then.
Of course. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
You as well. I will see you tomorrow.
And then the phone disconnects.
That's a weird question. Now this is weird. What time of night is it right now?
Right now it's probably about 9:30, depending on how late you drop everybody off.
All right. Well, I probably normally call Sarah first, but Sarah's not available, I guess. Not
Yeah.
answering their phone, so I will call Ezekiel. Hey,
Hello.
Ezekiel? Yeah. Hey, I just got a very interesting phone call.
What was that?
Do you know that very sort of well-known vampire girl that Sarah knows or spoke to about? Remember her, the rich, powerful one?
Yeah, the one we saw the other night. Right?
Dinner with her tomorrow. He wishes to discuss. I think when she saw us at that was the lady there, right? I think when she saw us at the park, she wanted to discuss the incident.
Oh wow. All right.
We're going to Crystal Water.
Oh. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you feeling safe enough about that?
So I don't. I mean, this is the person that if they really wanted me dead, I'd be dead. You know, I get that feeling. So I'm
Right.
not
Yeah.
too concerned about me dying or not or anything. Although, you know, maybe having somebody somewhere around just in case wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me know when it is. I'll manage to I'll make sure that I'm nearby.
Yeah, I suppose you can bring the rest of the crew, although I don't know how she might think of that. My guess is that she'll be keeping an eye out as well.
Yeah, probably. I
I
mean,
don't
we
want
could.
to be insulting kind of thing. That's the only thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, of course not. One or two friends nearby is one thing.
Yeah.
All of us start to look you know
Yeah, yeah. So a select few
threatening,
would
even
be,
effectually so.
yeah, just sort of be in the area, and if you get a little 911 text, you know what's going on or something, okay?
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, not expecting anything bad, just I am very curious about the phone
Yeah. No,
call.
of course. Yeah. Well, I mean, gosh, any information we can all get, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of my thought process on it as well. You know, getting some sort of intel would be of some use here. Um,
While I've got you here, Sean dropped out of my class.
oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, he's still enrolled in at least some others, but and then I had a visitor in my class tonight,
Oh, who's that?
Dakota.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah, it sounded like he got into it with Sean at some point recently, and now he's actually just asking me to help him retrieve some glasses, something like that. Yeah, I think that's what he said it was.
Glasses? Seems an odd thing
Yeah,
to.
right.
I
I know,
mean, like, maybe they're special
but
glasses?
maybe, but whatever it is, yeah. So, um, yeah. So I told him I'd talk to Sean about it and if I could get them back. Hear anything we can do to keep from
Yeah,
there being more altercations and such. Probably the better,
between. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. That's
right?
weird, though.
It is a little weird,
Oh,
sure.
the whole world has gotten weird. What were you saying? Look at us.
Yeah.
Uh,
I used to
uh,
think it was weird that I just spent some time in the gym hitting swords with other folks, and that now seems to be the most normal thing in my life.
yes. Yeah. Yep. That's understandable. Going out to dinner with a very powerful creature is probably not something I ever thought I'd be doing.
Right? Yeah.
And being calm
Well,
about
yeah.
it.
Right. Even more so. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me know. And when this is
It will be. I know
when
it'll
you're
be
meeting.
tomorrow night, but I don't have a
All right.
time. You know, it's they
Yeah,
require.
that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be nearby. That's for sure.
Thanks. Appreciate it. So,
Of course.
yeah, we'll have some interesting. I'm sure there'll be some interesting things to talk about there.
All right. I will. I'll be there, and hopefully I don't. Hopefully I don't have to hear from you. It all goes smooth.
Yeah, obviously that is the hope, and hopefully it's just as boring as our trip to the park yesterday, right? The
Right.
other day.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that's what we want. A nice, boring day.
Boring day. That sounds really good, actually. All right. Oh, I'll talk to you later then.
Yep. Bye.
I heard the hanging never again after. Hopefully I don't hear from you ever again. Oh no. Alright, anybody else have anybody to talk to the rest of this night? Alright. The next morning, people had things to do earlier in the day.
Well, I did have something for last night, but
What would you like?
oh, I was just going to inform people of the last couple of days for me, and the fact that we have 2 more drained bodies.
Useful information.
That's not important.
Alright. Are you sending messages? Are you calling everybody?
You know what? I think it'll be easier if I just wait until the morning. I'll go see Cody at his office, and I will let him divulge the information as he sees appropriate. Because last time I was thinking about call a meeting, get everybody together, and that just seemed to piss Carl off. So I'm just going to distribute info and go from there.
I was going to say, because at this time frame, three-way calling is a thing, and you can chain multiple people on a three-way call.
Nah, as I said, I don't want to do this over the phone, so it would be in person. So I'd go see Cody.
Okay. Then that's where we'll go in the morning then. Unless anybody else has anything to do really early in the morning. I don't think Carl will even be up really early
Oh,
in
did
the
my
morning.
editor ever
Yeah,
follow
no.
up with me?
Carl will be up, but he won't be going there early.
No, not after yesterday, no.
Okay, just wanted to ask because I was like, you may have called me.
The time frame Carl got for when Mercury works at the place was from 8 to 2.
Didn't expect to get a time frame from the conversation I had, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on going there until like a little bit before noon.
Okay. So then, Cody.
I aim for 11.
Yep. Being a visitor tomorrow, is that what I'm hearing?
You are having a visitor Friday morning.
As I'm trying to figure out what to wear to have a dinner with a very powerful vampire in a very fancy restaurant. Yep. Okay.
Kevlar collar.
When
Yeah.
Dr. Phillipson shows up, Cheryl is there to open the door and greet. Yes, come on in. She will pour some coffee and then get out of the way.
Oh, I'm probably upstairs. She'll probably have to hit the buzzer to call me down. We have a
Yeah,
buzzer
she'll
system.
do so.
Someone's here to see you. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
So I'll head downstairs.
You have a mysterious visitor.
Oh. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Daniel? Aren't you the one visiting me, or am I dead miss here?
That's what I thought so.
Okay.
Okay.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here, but I can barely. Hold on, give me a second. I can barely hear Scaly.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, you did get quiet.
Did I hit a button or something accidentally?
No, you sounded distant from the mic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, is that a little bit better?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably just accidentally bumped it or something and it pushed
I'm
it
sorry,
further
I
away.
thought I heard Phillipson, and I was like, okay, that's
I
not
might
me.
have misspoke.
Well, I think you did say Phillipson. I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
I was
did
like,
too.
why in the hell is... I don't know why. I'll let Phillipson go first.
Nope, it's you.
Because they spoke to each other
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what the hell? Oh, yeah, leave it alone. Yeah, so I will... Do I go up, or did you come down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll walk into your office and be like, okay, close the door and pull out my notepad and be like, okay, Cody. I've
What's
had a
going on?
busy day yesterday. Well,
Okay.
Carl has taken it upon himself. Well, I'm not opposed to it, but he's started following the corner around every once in a while.
Okay.
Well, he's been sending me reports and whatnot. So there was a body found back on Halloween, and then there was another one found night before last. First one was found outside a motel, the Mega Six Motel down in the southern western part of the city. Other one was found outside northwestern part of the city. Give them
these
the address and whatnot.
Yeah, just to be clear, are
Uh,
these bodies relevant to something? Just making sure I understand.
I was getting to that. So, anyways, the coroner has not officially declared, but he has determined that the first body from October 31st died of a drug-induced heart attack and blunt force trauma to the head. Just not sure in which order it happened. Did he fall while having a heart attack, hit his head, and then die of the heart attack? Or did he fall, hit his head, which triggered a heart attack? Anyway, the problem with that is, and with basically both these bodies, is there was no blood in them again.
Oh,
So it's really hard to, well, actually, it's very easy to die of a heart attack when you have no blood to pump.
yeah, I suppose. Okay, so 2 more victims then, but
Yeah.
these seem a bit
Oh, the
closer to
thing of
the
it is we're
outskirts.
not, yeah, well, the thing of it is we're not going to hear anything about it from the police anytime soon because they're concerned about triggering fear of serial killer or spree killer type thing, where the person is just killing in a particular way, blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily a serial killer, but just a general psychopath, I guess.
Okay. All right, 2 more bodies.
And
The
what was
outskirts,
it?
nothing here.
I still haven't tracked down that journalist that made that weird report the other night.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were going to try to track them down.
That college reporter yet. Yeah, no, I got busy yesterday working on this case. But anyways, while I was at the college that night, well, we had talked during the day. You guys wanted me to come out, check something out, and then I went back to the college. Saw 2 people kind of get into a bit of a scuffle and run off, and well, I'll be perfectly honest, they ran pretty damn quick. Quicker than I could keep up with. But I did find these. I'll hand him the glasses, and I'm just like, I have no idea what in the world that was about, but
Wait. I'm just going to sit down at my chair when I see the glasses. Really? Really? Oh.
what?
Okay.
I didn't. It was the
No,
middle of the
no, this
night. I
is not.
wasn't gonna
No,
walk up to Lost and Found and be like,
no, no,
"Hey,
no,
I'm this
no.
strange dude wandering on your campus. Here's
This
some
is
glasses."
no. You're misunderstanding. This is a good thing. This is. Remember our werewolf friend?
You mean the one that hit me with a mountain?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like that guy.
Yeah. Yep. I take the glasses so so you don't break them. He's been looking for these, so I will return them to him myself.
Okay, it's good that you took those away from me.
Um. And apparently that scuffle was with what's the kid's name? The vampire
John.
kid's name.
Oh,
John. That's who the scuffle with between them two.
What?
Yeah. That it was. Vampire werewolf
Wait.
scuffle.
That son of a bitch hit me with a mountain, and he couldn't take care of Sean.
No, he wasn't trying to hurt him. It was just a scuffle.
I'm pretty sure he just had a scuffle with me when he used a mountain to, plow with.
Oh, okay.
Or try to plow a mountain with my face.
I understand your anger issues at the moment, but it's not necessary. Okay. Regardless, I will return these.
That's fine. What in the name of hell?
Just the irony of the fact that you're the one that ended up with them. I thought it was just a little ironic. That's all. Anyways,
I found them on the ground.
I know. Whatever. That's the irony of it.
Whatever. Anyways, relay this information to whoever you need to, however you want to, because I'm sorry, I just don't feel like pissing off Carl by calling a meeting for what I think is important information, and he just thinks it's a waste of time.
We'll be having a meeting later this week anyways, because there's going to be a bit of information as well that I'm going to end up having to give out. I have an interesting meeting tonight with what was her name again? My brain is just not remembering names today.
Demetria Anastouli.
Yeah, with Demetria Anastouli. Do you know her?
Why does that name sound familiar?
She's the really, really powerful vampire that's in town.
Wait, isn't she part of Fortune Core or whatever it is?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Apparently she was at the park. Me and Dr. Ezekiel went to the park just to check to make sure no.
I'm sorry, what was the last name? Antizuli?
Yeah, I think she's on our board, isn't she? Or no?
Yes, she is. Now you are.
Okay, why in the hell is she meeting with you, dude?
No. Me and Dr. Ezekiel went to the park the other night, just to make sure that no more people got attacked by wolves, or maybe we could help. And no wolves came out that night.
Didn't I tell you a full moon and hunting for monsters was just not good food to you, my friend?
But nothing happened. It was fine. But she and her little entourage showed up and seemed to also be investigating the same thing.
So let me ask the obvious question: are we about to have Oh Jesus! This is bad. Are we about to have a really bad horror movie happen? Werewolves versus vampires?
I mean, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking. No, I don't believe so. But what we're right at this point. It will be in a public place, so I'm not worried about any dangers or anything. I'm just more curious about what she wants to discuss. So we may be meeting anyways to soon to also bring up whatever it is that she decides that to discuss with me.
Well, are you inviting Carl to this? Because it's either Carl or myself. Because I'd say it. I don't think Nightlight will be very much help.
Well, no. I mean, doubtful there'll be any problems. I don't think Carl wants to even go anywhere near that place, anyways. We're going to the crystal place. My brain. See, my brain.
Yeah,
can't even
there's a pretty good chance. I think it's the Crystal Water Palace.
Yep, that's the place. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I'm pretty sure Carl wants to firebomb that place just on standing. I don't blame him, but so yeah, okay. So you want me to come as backup?
Dr. Ezekiel's going to be there. but not there, just kind of close by. So I don't.
Oh, you mean
think-
like that one time we went to that club and he suddenly turned into a giant night fight in the middle of a frigging club with a whole bunch of supernaturals, and I was standing right next to him? Like that kind of backup?
I don't think he's gonna do that. It's just But if you wish to go, I will. I have no problems with it. But not to the place. You'll just be outside. Obviously, I don't want it
Okay,
to
so
sound
he
like.
wouldn't even be inside the place. Okay, then that's
Correct. Yeah. Well, he's
if
not
he wants
going
to turn
in.
into a nightlight in the middle of an alleyway, that's not an issue. Weirder things have probably happened around this town at this point.
Yeah, but no, I'm not too worried about it.
Well, if you aren't too terribly troubled by it, you might want to ask good old Demetria a relevant question.
And what question would you like answered?
The damn developer.
You want me to ask about the developer?
I'm trying to figure out why still doesn't make any sense to me why he has such a hard on for as many ice cream shops around here. Yes, I get it. People like ice cream, but a town this big, this would be what, his third, fourth one? Most big
There are worse
cities
things to
don't
build.
have more than two. And I'm talking about non-fast food chains, okay?
No, I understand. I mean, given that she, seems to be investigating wolf attacks, I don't think that'll be the primary subject matter. So, just saying.
Wait, didn't we have that guy on our board? Where the hell did he go?
Do we? No, I don't think there was anything important about him yet, like supernaturally wise. Right? Who was the guy that owns all the
That would be
The developer
is
who's
he
a
that was a mage?
mage?
Walton Rockwell.
Oh, I don't know why she would know about that.
Hey, I just want to make sure this thing going to turn into a three-way fight.
Regardless, was there anything more relevant relating wise that you would like me to ask her, since you are here?
I don't know. That developer was about it, because as I said, it's just one of those things that I'm still not tracking. But, maybe hey, I don't think there's a reason I'm not in business. I'm a journalist, for crying out loud. Nah. It's just been a long couple of days.
Understood.
And, there was that guy, decided that I needed to be introduced to a mountain painfully.
All right. All right. Well, I will let you guys know what time. I'm not sure when we're going yet. She hasn't called me for what time the reservation is, because they require reservations. So
I kind of look outside. It might be because of that. Point at
it
the
would be
sun.
at night, obviously.
No, I'm saying why she hadn't called yet.
Oh, she's gonna get one of her people to call me. She's not gonna call herself. I mean, she could, I suppose, but it would make more sense that she'd just get one of her minions to make the reservation. Just saying.
But hey, I was just pointing out what I thought was the obvious fact.
Well, anyway,
so
any more information?
I'm probably going to head back to after I go check in at work. Probably going to head back out to that college and see if I can't track down that girl. Yeah, I hope she's not dead.
That seems like an extreme way to resolve an issue like that. But
remember,
I'm
Okay.
aware. I didn't say it was impossible.
3 points. I get a warning letter saying to back off, and then she keeps on reporting about this stuff. Um, point 2. I'm not knocking the college paper, but it's a college paper. Point 3. She is a person that could disappear for an entire day, and the staff of the people that work with her don't seem to give a flying rip. So how well missed she would be, don't know how high on the barometer that.
Yep, maybe. You know, I'm not saying you go ahead and check in. I think it's a good idea.
I got, as I said, I got to check in at work before I do anything because I wrote up the story, but I didn't hear back from my boss on it. So I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked at the paper this morning. There's my story in there.
No, it is not.
Okay, cool. So, all right. Anyway, as I said, I want to check in with him, see where he stands on it, whatnot. Why couldn't I live in a town where, we actually have a serial killer? Oh, it's got to be a blood-sucking vampire.
All right. Well, good luck on that. And yep, I'll let you know later.
Well,
I got some paper.
actually, that might be something you want to follow up with her on. The whole body popping up around the town. That can't be good for them.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably related in some way. I have a feeling about that.
And when you return the glasses to what's his name, you might want to ask him if they have a person, or I don't know, do they have a tendency to drink blood? That's one of those things that's kind of hit or miss.
I don't think so. I would imagine they would just rip the body apart, eat it.
Yeah, but do they eat it raw or do they cook it up with a nice Chianti and some fava?
I think you're getting paranoid now.
No. I'm right now. I'm just trying to cover all this trauma with sarcasm.
No, I see. All right. Well,
If I was paranoid, I'd be carrying a gun.
Note taken. All right. Let me get my work done here then, and you get your work done. And well, I guess I will see you. Maybe, hopefully, not see you tonight. If all goes well, we shouldn't have any issues.
Oh yeah, you can contact me and I'll go hang out with Phillips. And as long as he promises he doesn't turn into a glow bug in the middle of the night.
I don't think that'll be an issue.
Hey, it wasn't planned the first time around either. All right, so I go to work
Have a good
and
one.
I
Yep.
try to check in with my boss. And then, as I said, I'll go follow up on that college reporter again.
Your boss is in his office. You go to meet him and he invites you in. You know, this off the record bit can't be printed.
Yeah, but I still want to let you know that I got it, even if it was off the record. And I didn't put it in my story. It was just a heads up for you in case somebody else was working at an angle and they have some details or something like that. Remember, I'm the junior reporter here, so the senior reporter could actually have this whole thing sewn up, and all he needed was like one last nail in the coffin, for all I knew.
I'm beginning to worry about these victims.
But
Unfortunately,
we're the reporters.
we need
We're not
more.
the police.
Yeah, we need more on the record details that we can go with.
I can honestly say the way that deputy was at the sheriff's department, I'm pretty sure, short of a court order, that guy's never going to tell me anything else on the record.
Well, I don't know if they are linked. Perhaps the location matters. Perhaps we'll get something that we can run with. Accidentally left behind that we don't actually have to rely on official releases for. But for now, yes, go ahead and run it.
I'm sure he has a okay. Oh well, hey, any notes you had for me or whatnot that you need me to make corrections on. Happily do that, but yeah, I'm sure we have a city map probably in his office where I can just be like, okay, so we got this one, this one, this one, and this one. I mean, I don't know how many we need to have a pattern, but
Let me also do something here. I need a color that is visible. So the green area roughly is police jurisdiction.
okay, you'll need to switch maps if we need to see that. Right. So the body outside Twin Barrels, we know that one was the one that Sean killed. Then we have those two bodies outside. There's the one at the Mega. There's the one out by the old rail line, and there's one out near the old homes area.
Yeah, this one was the first one that you were aware of. That was Sean's doing. The second
which is right
one,
there next to the college, which is perfectly makes sense. But then you have one, two. I mean, you got a triangle there, but the problem is that area is not going to be easy to canvas.
Okay, yeah, that one was the second one. That was
The third one was the motel.
And then that one's the last one.
Yeah, but I mean, you have a nice little triangle there, but the middle point is the rail line. But as I said, it's going to be hard to get anybody to talk about those any further because one's outside the drug motel, one is outside a derelict house, and was literally found near an abandoned lot where there should be a house, but probably either got torn down, burned down, or pick one, pick both.
I don't know if you remember this one here. Nearby, there was also a homeless encampment, and there was a footprint that led from near the scene to the homeless encampment that Sarah and Cody went to, right?
Yeah.
And that was later on when Sarah was sent a text message with a grainy picture.
Yes, we do have a picture.
There were no details other than I saw nothing. One of the people they questioned at there kept repeating that he saw nothing. And
I believe I have a copy of that picture, so.
And that's when the whole mind control, how do we break brainwashing thing, because he seemed like he changed personalities when he started saying, I saw nothing, I saw nothing. So there is that bit of information in case you missed that or forgot it as well. I should do another screenshot of this map on a corkboard too, so you guys can make notes of that. So yeah, that is that info in case anybody needed it. The editor says, go ahead and run with the story. It doesn't seem like there is anything specific that should bother anybody at the moment anyway. And then...
I'm muted, so me talking to myself really helped out there. Yeah, as I was saying, it was basically all I have is the comments from the deputy, and then I confirmed a lot of those comments, with the exception that the John Doe should have been Jane Doe on that last body, and yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing of it is technically Sean's body would be an outlier if we believe that Sean has not been killing anybody else, which I'll be perfectly honest, while, sometimes Ezekiel scares the hell out of me, he seems like a good judge of character, so I'm actually believing him and Sarah when they say, hey, Sean's not killing me.
Are you talking to yourself on this one, I'm assuming?
Well, actually, I was commenting to the GM, but, if God answers me, hey, who the hell am I to argue? But yeah, no, what I'm saying is Sean's body is an outlier, technically. So what you have is a 3-point process here. You have these 3 bodies. That one, and that one.
And if you are taking notes, that one there, you know specifically that Sean killed him when he woke up in a hunger frenzy, basically. He has admitted such to Sarah. He regrets it. I don't know if Sarah has shared it, that info. These 2 have been off the record mentioned about being drained of blood. This one was a very messy kill and was very bloody.
Right. Now, this is player, not necessarily character knowledge, but based on these areas, actually, this could be character knowledge as well. Based on these 3 areas,
I gotta go. I thought we'd get around to Carl, but it took up so much time. So I guess we'll do the conversation at the Pride Place next time we play. I have to go.
Okay.
Well, it is going on midnight. I mean, we can call it here. I was just going to make the general comments that I was going to make.
Getting details helps, so proceed.
Anyways, so Mega 6 Motel, rail line, near the rail line, and then the old. Okay. Based on criminology and whatnot, these are all high risk victims. Okay, even if they haven't been identified yet, because Mega 6 Motel, drug users, whatnot, people come and go. It's a motel as well, so people coming and going and whatnot, people aren't going to necessarily notice or probably remember somebody. The body near the rail line or out in that area, I think that was the one I snuck up and examined, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But, I mean, based on where it was and whatnot, it's not a very easy place to find. And I'm not saying that a local would know how to find it there, but what I'm saying is it's pretty damn isolated. So that one was a pretty good opportunity attack type thing. And then this one up by the old homes, again, you got the same thing, is derelict neighborhood, people moving in and out, squatters, foreclosures, all that stuff. Then you have the weed farms just right up the road, so But since the body was drained and not, full of holes from like bungee traps or anything like that, then, as I said, all three of these victims were high risk victims. Basically, they were in bad parts of town where bad things happen. But in that same line is somebody could be using that same thing as cover, so to speak. That the outlier is the one that's in the three is that really bloody kill. That seems very similar to Sean's kill. So I'm wondering if we had somebody, but the problem is it was the second kill, it wasn't the first one. If that scene had been at the Mega Motel and not at that rail line, wait a minute. The Mega Motel was the 31st, wasn't it?
Yes.
So the one out by the rail line was the first one. Well, second one.
Yeah. Ignoring
So, yeah,
Sean
actually,
and his, this one was the first one.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is actually fitting kind of into a pattern. The first one, very violent, very bloody. Okay. He kind of learns his lesson and covers up his tracks a little bit better when he gets to the motel. And then, this third one, Jesus. He couldn't pick the better spot if he tried. So, as I said, I hate to say it, it might be, the whole idea of a serial killer might be an actual thing, but what this shows is a pattern of learning. Very bloody to a little bit better, cleaner and whatnot. Hell, he's thrown off the corner. And then you got that one up there. And the other thing that's kind of weird to me is, okay, so Sean screws up, right? Actually, has Sarah shared the information about Sean's new roommate? Or I think Ezekiel shared that, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, my point being was Sean had a new roommate, and then now we have Demetria, who, based on the cork board, seems to be linked to Sean's roommate, blah, 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 right?
Sean's roommate is linked to what now?
Demetria. I thought I saw a little red line going from Sean's roommate to Demetria or her bodyguard.
Maybe. Owen did that, so you'd have to wait until.
Oh, wait. No, that was wait, to Demetria.
Ricardo Davalos was roommate of Sean, possible ghoul. Demetria arrived to help with oversight, works with Fortutech, likely
Yeah.
powerful vampire, likely interested in Sean.
Yeah, because I saw them at dinner together. That one time. Right?
Ricardo and Demetria, right? Or was it Sean and Demetria?
Sean and Demetria.
It was Sean. Yeah.
Well, my point being is okay. Sean screws up. They bring somebody in to give oversight or whatnot and just advise him, right? But nobody's come out for this one out there in the sticks or in the less than popular. You know what I'm coming at is it seems like we got a disconnect. They react to Sean's kill because it was kind of public, it was kind of bloody, and it was in a more popular, aka safer part of the city. Where those three, as I said, they're out in the wild, wild west.
I guess.
Okay. I think, though, if that's going to be discussing theories, I put a channel in Discord, or it can wait until everybody is here, because you'd get more confirmation and or speculation with everybody involved.
True. But I mean, as I said, the thing of it is I hate to say it, one of the problems with the three bodies is you got a nice little triangle going. So unless he drops another body near the rail line again, he's going to hit. He's going to drop it somewhere else, probably out near the weed farms, further south of my guess. And he's just traipsed around. But the other problem I see is the fact that he got out into those areas and whatnot. And I'm thinking that the weed farms out in the woods or in the park or something, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, we didn't see that many vampires, but I do remember somebody using my face on a mountain. So my point being is that's where the big fuzzy things are. So now I'm wondering if one of those big fuzzy things have gone off with the rocker. That doesn't explain the drain blood because you said they don't drain blood.
Not that any of us are aware of. No.
All
Well,
right. 3 experience for the night.
Sweet.
Everybody gain a point of conviction.
I have 18 experience points. I should do something with them.
That might be a good idea.
I'm sorry, you said everybody got a point of conviction, right?
Yes.
Up to 16. Was it 2 times the old attribute to go into the new one, right? Or for talents, right?
The XP chart is down at the bottom of the handouts.
Yep. Current rating.
Current rating times 2. Yeah, I think I'm going to up my empathy. That was a skill that I actually used tonight and probably actually need a lot more of.
I might boost my willpower. Still sitting at 5. Oddly enough, willpower does not seem that expensive to boost. Am I confused by this?
No, you're not. It's actually the thing of it is, it's very easy to lose. Well, one, willpower is kind of like the edge pool. You could actually burn willpower. Though I can't remember what it is in Hunter, what happens when you actually burn willpower. I think it's like burning edge in Shadowrun. I think it's like 4 automatic successes, but you drop a point of will.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
But the other thing is there are things that can actually drain your willpower. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to run into them, but they do exist. That's why willpower can be such an important thing. And then the other reason why willpower isn't all that expensive to take up is because of the fact that so many things get resisted by willpower. Usually people are like, ah, man, I don't want to have a low willpower.
Okay, so there's some. I went and boosted that.
If you have enough, God, what would I go for though?
It could boost his stamina.
You know what? I think I'm going to raise my wits to 3.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm gonna need to call it
Yep. Have
Yep.
a good night.
Good night. I am going
Yep.
to end the stream as well.
Oh, yep.
Thanks for hanging out.